Sunday morning. Happy holidays, everyone. Outta Line, Fox Sports Radio, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM. Again, streaming on the LV Sports Network. Just hit the Fox Sports logo, click Listen Live, and you can jump on board with us. I'm Brian Feldman, joined by my co-host, former quarterback at UNLV, the last guy to take him to a bowl game, Caleb Herring. Of course, producer Chris Magnum Chapman, who serves as the Vegas Golden Knights locker room radio reporter during game broadcasts, and our intern, The Wiz, and he's right here with the tripod. And want to wish everyone a happy holidays, and something I've been looking really forward to. We talked about this about a month and a half ago with a good friend of mine. And most of you, if you follow football, you're definitely familiar with this guy who's on the phone right now, Albert Haynesworth. 10 years in the National Football League with the Tennessee Titans, the Washington Redskins, New England Patriots, and ended his career in 2011 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 38 years old, and has a kidney disease and is in need of new kidneys right now. He joins us on the phone along with a very good friend of mine, my brother from another mother, Shaun Vincent, who his father, Ray, one of my dearest and greatest friends, is the reason I'm out in Vegas, got me into the mortgage industry and changed my life. And I don't want to start crying here, but this dude means as much to me as my own family. And Shaun, of course, Ray's son, who has become like my brother over the years and a guy that I love and respect and admire a great deal. And what he is about to do, or what he is attempting to do, is one of the most selfless acts that you can do as a human being. That is donate one of your vital organs to someone else for their survival. And Shaun right now is going through the steps of being an organ donor and donating his kidney to Albert Haynesworth. And we're in those stages. And first of all, I want to welcome the both of you to the show. It is absolutely a pleasure and honor to have you both on our show today. As we welcome, I want to wish you both happy holidays. And first, Shaun, we'll start with you, my friend. Man, it's been a long time. We go back quite a ways now. And man, I got to tell you, it's one of the most heartwarming things of this entire holiday season, brother. First of all, welcome to the show. And I want to tell you, I salute you, man, my friend.
Yeah, thank you, brother, and thank you for that great introduction. It was very, very nice and heartfelt to hear, and you know I love you too, man. So it's an honor to be on your show.
So, Albert, listening to this guy on the other end of the phone, and I know, there's no way I can empathize with your struggles. I can just sympathize with them, and I do so much. It was an honor and a privilege to watch you play the game at the highest level, and you did such a tremendous job at it. And here you are, 38 years old, going through the toughest fight of your life right now. And what does it mean to have a guy on the other end of this line, Shaun Vincent, who is going to do everything in his power to help keep you on this planet?
Well, it's definitely amazing. Just like one thing is me and Shaun, we have a great friendship, great relationship, and we always kind of bring each other up. So for him to be a match, I think is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's so surprising to be a friend and to have that. And Shaun, what did you think? I mean, it's funny because, and I don't want to, what a bad play on words, but years ago, my mother, she was having some issues with, from medication she had to take over the years, was having some kidney problems. And, I was a perfect match for her. And I had said I was donating a kidney to my mom. For sure, wasn't even a question. She ended up passing, and that ended up never taking place. But I got to tell you, when I first got the news that I was a perfect match for her, I was terrified. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, oh my God, I'm a guy in my 50s as well, and how is that going to affect my life? And for a minute, selfish thoughts came in, and then of course they went away. And it's like, this is my mother. I can't even believe I'm having these thoughts. Not that I was ever not going to do it, but what kind of thoughts went into your head, Shaun, when you found out that you would be able to help Albert?
Yeah, those thoughts haven't creeped into my head yet. They might, but it's weird. It's like when I first heard the news, I immediately just said, I'm doing it. And I had this feeling I didn't even talk about it. I Vanderbilt set it up and didn't even talk to my wife about it really, which she's all for it, but she's scared. But I just knew in my heart, I'm going to be the guy. It's so weird to think that, but I didn't even tell anybody. But I just kind of knew. And it's still not final. I'm still going through the process, but to answer your question about being scared or anything like that, it hasn't creeped in.
It's a hero's gesture, my friend. And, Caleb, when you hear something like this, and especially around the holidays, and you hear a selfless acts like this, my thoughts, and again, Shaun is just an incredible guy. If you knew him like I do, and Albert as well, everything Shaun's told me about this guy, a great guy as well, 38 years old. What does something like this mean to you?
Well, definitely being the holiday season, it pulls on the heartstrings in a different way. And I think just as a human being, on the face of this earth, anytime you hear stories like this, it means something. And I think, when I hear this, it just sounds like one of those fate things, like the right person in your life, and you never know why, or why this person's your friend, or why it clicks. And these are those moments where it says, this is why you guys have been this way, and why, at some point one person's going to have to help the other and lift the other person up. And hearing that this friendship and this match has been made is one of those things. It's like there's a higher power at work. Whatever it is that you believe in, this friendship was born for a reason, and these are one of those reasons why. And it's huge. It's an emotional thing, and I can't imagine being in this situation, but hearing a friendship like this over the phone and not really knowing these two individually, but hearing the way that this friendship has developed into, a match made in heaven, so to speak. And it's you're gonna get me all emotional in the holidays.
No, it's really cool, Albert. I got to ask you, to play this game at the highest level, and at which you have, and what goes into playing this game and the preparation, those 6 inches between your ears, how prepared you have to be mentally. So you have been through, you have persevered and overcome. I say to play college football is finding a needle in a haystack, and to play in the NFL is finding a needle in a field of haystacks. So you've been through some tremendous challenges in your life. What was it like when you found out about the issues you had with your kidneys and the challenges that lied in front of you?
I just took it, as just a bump in the road. I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm not gonna let it change my life. I'm just gonna to continue to keep moving forward. You gotta have trials and tribulations in your life to make who you are. So this is just one, and I'm gonna beat it, and just keep going.
We are on the phone with us now here out of line, Albert Haynesworth, two-time Pro Bowler 2007 and 2008 with the Tennessee Titans, two-time first-team All-Pro in 7 and 8 as well, Sporting News NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2008, tons of accolades and honors, and all of that culminates now at 38 years old. You have your family and everything bonding together. This holiday season, how special is it now to you, like every day, Albert, and especially as you come into the holidays for you and your family?
Well, yeah, every day is special, to be honest. It really started for me when I was 33, so I was only 2 or 3 years out of the NFL had brain aneurysm. So that's kind of how I had, actually 3 brain aneurysms. That's how I found out that I had kidney disease. Is with that. So, I look at every day special. I mean, you take no day for granted. You just keep going forward and making sure you kind of live life to the fullest, and making sure my kids are taken care of, and that I'm there, and that they see me. That I'm not gonna quit, and what they shouldn't do is ever quit. Regardless. I mean, life is. I'm going to have some hard things come at you, but that doesn't mean give up. So, keep fighting through it, because that's what makes you.
You definitely realize how precious it is. How has the support been, Albert, from not just the community, but from, the NFL community?
From some of my teammates that I play with and great friends have been great. And then, some people that I know, it's been good. But honestly, I kind of really haven't heard much, from the NFL, as far as the organization of it. But, other than that, everything's been good, and the community's been amazing, having all the donors that come forward, and one of my best friends coming forward and actually being a match is unbelievable.
Yeah, it is such an incredible, heartwarming story. And before I let the two of you guys go, we've got the holidays coming up. And Albert, I know is a struggle every day. What do you guys have planned coming up for the holidays? Shaun, I'll start with you. Man, I sure hope you've got something great lined up with the family and stuff, my friend. Number one, and number two is also the one thing I wanted to call attention to be donors, to be able to find out how you can help someone else. Shaun, how did you go about, the testing thing, and how can people get involved in that as well?
Yeah, well, actually, Albert gave me the phone number to call when I asked, where to start. And you just go online. It's a pretty simple process. I'm here in St. Louis. The hospital is in Tennessee, so I'm just doing lab work here, and it's just blood tests, urine tests, things like that. Really simple. And then the next step would be to go to the hospital in Tennessee for a couple days of testing, like 10 different tests. They knock it out in 2 full days, and then if things still look good, then it goes to a board for final approval. And then at that time, they reach out to you and make sure that you still want to make this decision. And what I really like is you can back out if you want. I mean, it's not high pressure, and they're really making sure that I'm safe and that I'm going to be protected, which is good because people in emotional situations like family members, they probably may not think of their safety, and it's just to save the other, but there could be complications. So I've noticed they're really careful about making sure that the potential donor knows what they're doing and things like that. But I highly encourage anybody. Like I said on a Facebook post yesterday, my great uncle was given a kidney. So for me to do it for a friend would be an honor.
Well, that's really cool. And what you got planned for the holidays coming up, Shaun?
We're going to my sister Erica's house, and we're just going to eat everything in sight. About it.
I love that. Do me a favor, my friend, as I say goodbye, make sure you tell your father and your sister I said hello and send my love as well. Just a tremendous family, and again, speaks volumes for you. Albert, same thing with you, going to get a chance to spend the holidays with your family?
Yeah, gonna hang out with my kids. I'm open their gifts, and I really want my 4-year-old. That's like the fun one. My older kids are 18, 15, and 13, so they're kind of of course past that whole Santa Claus stage. They're just like, hey, give me money, Dad.
That's it. Money and gift cards. That's all they want.
Yeah. Well, not even gift cards. They want money.
Cash me out.
I always tell my kids, it's like, look, man, I want to get you some stuff. So they'll be like, okay, well, get me a $50 gift card to Hollister. What is that? That's not getting you anything. I can't even wrap that, But Albert, listen, we really appreciate the two of you joining the show. Albert, Shaun, Godspeed to both of you. And I got to tell you, man, one of the most heartwarming things, and just lit up my Christmas and my holidays. And Shaun, I know I'll be talking to you very soon. And Albert, I look forward to you being 100% healthy with your new kidney, and we'll have you on the show again at that time.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on the show, and it was awesome. I'm glad Shaun connected us. It's amazing.
It's amazing the way the world works, and somehow good things happen to good people, my friend. And I have a very good feeling that good things are coming your way as well. You've got my Christmas wishes and everyone else here. And again, just appreciate the two of you tremendously. Thanks so much, Albert, Shaun. Really appreciate you guys.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Again, Albert Haynesworth, Shaun Vincent. What a great story, man.
It's an awesome story, man. You can't write those kinds of stories in books. I mean, that's what it's all about right there. Having that friendship, having that bond, and then what do you know? You're a match, to help your friend in that time. How do you? And
like I said, you really think about it. I mean, when I found out my mom had the match, it like mentally it played with me. It really did.